YouTube, welcome to today's messages from the mermaids. I think that's what I'm titling it. It's what I'm intending to title it. We're just gonna get straight into it. I'm not sure if this is up on my new channel yet. If it's not, just know that next week I am going to have a new YouTube channel because I got an email about copyright because I upload all of my personal readings to this account. I would rather just make a new channel and have new pick a cards on there and even repost some of the old ones that I've done rather than move all the readings I've done. That's hundreds of them. So it'll be easier to take the pick a cards and it'll just be nice, fresh, new energy. I'm really excited for this. We're gonna get messages from the mermaids, even the fairies. I have the mermaid deck, the fairy deck, the goddess tarot deck. It's gonna be a good time. Let's get into the piles. We're gonna do crystals today. Pile 1 is this rhodonite crystal. I just did arms at the gym, so I actually can't function. I can't function as a human. I know. There's so much happening. Pile 2 is this Amazonite raw stone. It's serving. What? Anyway. Did you hear my ankle? Pile 3 is this Peruvian pink opal heart. Okay, close your eyes. Tune in. Ask me what's for your highest and best. I'm like, my arms are shaking. Without further ado, let's get into it. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this rhodonite crystal, this is your message. I feel like what you thought was the biggest setback or the biggest blow up, the thing that, why did this have to throw a wrench in my plans? That wrench ended up putting you exactly where you needed to be, when you needed to be there. You are in full alignment now. Seeking enlightenment, coming back into yourself, releasing ego, releasing pride, releasing the idea that you know exactly how the story is meant to go. You knew some pieces, some bits, and I feel like now whatever has happened, especially in the last 7, I'm seeing the number 7 months, 7 weeks, beyond that 6 to 7 months has been a major eye-opening experience for you to ultimately lean into what I thought was going to pull me towards my 6 of Wands, my success, my victory, my notoriety, my round of applause, my roaring applause. That thing actually would have kept me, we don't even need to focus on that. The wrench that was thrown, especially with the death card being here, Empress could have to do with the mother energy too, because I was hearing cool for the summer, don't tell your mother, we're cool for the summer. Chariot was under that too. Even then, helping you receive more, maybe even something ending, had you lean on support of another, so then they could balance out their karma as well by giving to you, and it ended up being what set you on the right trajectory. I definitely feel like there was something where I had to release doing something all on my own, and not asking for assistance or not reading that book. Like there's just something where I feel like you had to lean on some sort of support, whether that be someone literally, someone spiritually. There's just something where I feel like you're brought to the right place by a wrench being thrown in the plans, which was a disruption at the time. Like, don't get me wrong. Could have been a breakup, an ending of a relationship, seeing true colors, seeing someone's true colors too, because even then we're cool for the summer. Summer energy significant, but I'm also hearing August by Taylor Swift. So last August could be significant, but I'm feeling more so this August. Things are starting to shift and change. I definitely feel like I'm tuned into my own inner mother, my own inner nurturer, my own inner sanctity, my own inner solitude as well. I definitely feel like you strengthen your spiritual practices. That's just what I'm seeing, more meditation, more direct meditation, more conscious connection in the meditation, especially if you've been a master at meditating for a long time or master at something. I feel like I take a new lens on it, or I'm forced to be a beginner in a sense, or I'm humbled to realize I don't know as much as I think I know, which is kind of the whole point. And then I feel like I'm brought back to square one, quote unquote square one. So run. Have you been running? I haven't been running. Anyway, enough about me. Odd. With affirmations being here, autumn being under that too, that's not August. I was gonna say August, autumn, no. No, to me, I feel like there is a shift with, hello, why did I say no? What's going on? Anyway, by autumn, the true change has been fully set in stone, especially with the 6 of Wands. You have creation here, blessed change. So even then, see, helpful person, someone wants to help you, think of whom that might be, initiate contact. I definitely feel even playtime, maybe someone who's helping you find the lightheartedness of something where it's like, you can't really, all you can do at the situation is laugh, you know? It's like we're at the lowest of lows, but I know we're about to skyrocket really high. Especially with time to move on and accept heaven's help, I'm telling you. Protection, something that you thought was your end all be all or the way to get to something, I feel like has shown you that it's time to release. And that could even be a friend too. And instead you're being directed. It's not a rejection, it's a redirection. So I feel like there's a deeper level of trust as well in spirit and in what is meant for you, especially with blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. And affirmations too. To lift your thoughts and energy and attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. Again, I feel like that's what is going back to square one, where it's like, what got you to the place at the top of the top, or what made you hit that peak? You're still meant to do the things that you were doing when you hit that peak, and ultimately bringing new things into creation too. It's like I'm hearing, don't get too comfortable, sweetheart. Don't get too comfortable, sweetheart. Here's my everything once too. But more so, always being the mode of creation, always being the mode of movement and seeking something higher. Let's see, what else? I just feel like moon, we're in Cancer season when I'm posting this, but again, it's a timeless Pluto under that too. Maybe, again, I feel like I have to reframe or rewire, reconnect with my emotions. Like there's a re. Also re is significant. Could be a nickname. Anyway. What is going on with pile one? 5 of Cups. See, it's like the emotions. I have to clear out them. You will continue to cry over spilt milk until you realize that you're crying over spilt milk. It's that aha. It's that epiphany. It's that recognition. And this is the thing too. When you start, especially with the death card, like letting something die, letting something end, letting something rest. When you are hardwired to experience grief, maybe even you inherited depression. Again, because mother energy is popping up a lot. You could have inherited a lot from the mother. Grief, isolation, wanting to be loved and feeling and not knowing how deeply that she's loved or they're loved for who they are. So it's like they attack things that love them and cling to things that don't. So it feels like there's a shift in also how you were treated by the mother too. If you felt like they accepted a sibling more than you or whatever. To me, it feels like, or a relationship more than you. I feel like I have to heal the part of me that's crying over spilt milk because it's not even me that's crying over it. And it's not like, oh, you're crying over spilt milk, get up. No, it's not that at all. I also understand what it's like to be in that devastation, and it truly doesn't end until you end it. And it's like a pendulum swinging, a pendulum swinging. It's gonna be back and forth until you reach some sort of decision, especially because this feels super intense, like the grief, the wallowing, the inability to see what new is there, because nothing. It's like I don't want new, I only want you by not Zara Larson, Rita Ora is playing in my head. And so with that, it's like where you have to release the ego that's holding you onto this feeling. And like I was saying, when you're connected to this feeling, or when you know it all too well by Taylor Swift can be significant too. It's never going to end. Like this dynamic, this what you're upset about now or hurt over now is going to shift and change. And then when you're in this energy, it's just going to keep perpetuating that cycle. So 3 of Cups could have to do with friends too, or even how you relate to sisterhood, feminine energy, connection, maybe even friendship betrayal, or even feeling like you were put in between another person. Even if you didn't want to be with the person, you guys broke up, whatever. To me, it feels like there's this underlying competition energy that I'm meant to rebuild and find hope in, especially with the star and Nana coming into hope, rebirth, also believing in myself too. Moon, again, you have to connect to the moon, your own moon, and plant new seeds. It feels like you're going to be in between like that 5 of Cups and even that 10 of Cups, that 9 of Cups for a minute. The more you lean into knowing that in the 5 of Cups, it's leading you to the 9 of Cups, the fulfillment, or the 10 of Cups, emotional stability, beautiful, harmonious family life, home life, feeling at home, like true expression of gratitude, of life, that fulfillment, emotionally connecting. It'll change everything. It'll change everything. It's meant to. You're meant to create something new out of this devastation, not stay hardwired in it, you know? What else for pile 1? Sacred space, dragonflies, dreamer. Also, moon energy can be showing up in your dreams. Intuitive guidance can be showing up in your dreams. Numbers can be showing up in your dreams too. Your dreams have chosen you. Find fulfillment in pursuing your destiny. This is the magic of life. I also know that you will feel friendship reversed. This has to do with a friend. Maybe even a friend betrayed you with a partner. I hope not. I'm so sorry if so. That also could be meant to clear out. You could have inherited that too. Like the loss of a friend, a deep sister, or like a deep friend who I love and care for at the expense of like, I don't even care about the guy or the partner. It's like, this stings the most. So I don't know. There's just a clearing out of what I've inherited in the bloodline of not being able to trust feminine energy and also not being able to trust masculine energy either, and being more emotionally crushed by the feminine. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let the others go. With that in reverse, I definitely feel like people have been removed from your life who maybe were operating out of pride or leadership too. You're also meant to be in leadership as well. So if people, especially with love partnership under that, there's something where it's like the jealousy isn't going to be able to sustain itself. And also people operating from pride, ego and arrogance is what I'm really getting. You're going to be checked. Take time for the dreamer in you. That's weird because the dreamer card came out. Find your power and stillness in your sacred spaces, the peace you seek. I definitely feel like watching Joe Dispenza or connecting back to Joe Dispenza is going to be huge. Also, Randina, my mom, connect to her. She helps rebuild your relationship with the feminine. We are all becoming surrendered to your changes. Release your fear. Trust this powerful process. So just trust. Trust is leading you to somewhere better. I know in the past, also look, there's a rainbow here. I know in the past, change may have led you to more devastation and less control. So it's like you're trying to override that. I'm telling you though, you're having a new outcome from this. So leaning into a new perspective, a new belief, a new aha, meaning this ending maybe is meant to lead me to my greatest beginning. And having that mentality and remembering that and holding on to that, especially as you're being pulled back to the past. Because I always say too, fear gets the loudest when it's losing. So the more you're leaning into something new and it feels like the old life is trying to pull you back, or the old thoughts or the old grief or the old depression, do not feed it. It may feel like there's an emptiness. There is. That's going to be refilled, replaced with love that you're feeding it. So just trust that for the first few days, few weeks, it's going to be a little like, I don't know if this is working. It's going to feel like everything is exacerbated or louder. Do not feed it. The change on the other side, bless change, and then you'll be able to celebrate and connect with people who are harmonious and bring about true connection and empathy and love. It was not a setback, it was a set breakthrough. Even then, disruption was here, the novice taking a beginner mind with something, also fear, death. You may have also experienced great loss in your life. You are able to move into this next cycle knowing that it is not ever going to hit you in that way that it once hit you before, because of who you are today. You are very different today than you were when you first experienced that loss. You can allow yourself to enjoy and connect and release the fear of losing a loved one or losing someone that you care for, because you'll continue to cling to people who you know you can't really cling to. It's like when you're afraid of losing someone, you'll just find yourself attracted to people who you deep down know you will, because that's what's dominant. So letting go, even letting go of emotions, tuning it back into power, fire fairy. These two cards, water fairy and fire fairy, popped up in my TikTok too. So tuning back into your passion, letting your emotions be your guide, what you're meant to create out of this, you know? You didn't go through all this for nothing. So how can you use it to give back and serve, you know? 11:11 on the clock, serve while serving. That's what I feel like what I do. That's what I'm going to make my new bio. Serving and serving. Serving while serving. Oh, I love you so much, pile one. Take me down into your paradise. Anywho, I hope you have the most beautiful day, beautiful week. Know that this is pushing you forward. The more you try to react in ego or get your lick back, or you're going to pull yourself further back, you know too much. You didn't come this far to get this far. Okay? There's more to connect. Transformation. This also popped up in my TikTok too. Ukimochi. I hope I'm saying that right. Also the death card. Okay, that's weird. Rebirth is also a thing too. If you've experienced a lot of death, symbolic, metaphorically, literally, it is also important to remember that that's devastating, that's intense, of course. At the same time, let yourself be reborn too. Yes, there may be change occurring right now, but that means rebirth is right next door. And with that star that came out, which literally comes after the death card, that comes after the tower, sorry. Still, there's hope to be reinstilled. I love you, pile one. It was the most beautiful day. Let me know in the comments your favorite song of the summer. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, pile two. If you chose this Amazonite, this message is for you. You made it. Biggest thing, you made it. You made it, Pookie. You did the thing. You did the damn thing. I feel like you're moving. I feel like you're moving on. I feel like you're moving through. Call me Miss Moving On. Started playing in my head right when I said moving on. Moving. 8 of Cups came out. It's like, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know why. Listen to your heart. Not the rest of the words, but more so, I feel like I know I need to be guided somewhere. I am guided somewhere. I'm following my intuition. This is the most watery, beautiful, ethereal, I was gonna say planet, pile thus far. 33 on the clock. You also got music for manifesting. Write the lyrics, write the poetry, turn on your favorite song. I will also want you to get up right now, maybe even pause the video and start dancing and celebrating. Yes, I did it. I did it. I said that I would do it and I did. There's so much change. I feel like you're on the other side. Recognize how far you've come. You're over the heartbreak. You're over I have chills. You're over the hardest part. And now you are loyal to what you love, and it is being loyal to you, whether that be your career. All of the things I'm hearing too, it's like, and all of it. So it's not just the career, because I was gonna say the career, the relationship, the self, family, it's all of it, one-on-one on the clock. You prioritized yourself, you chose yourself too, in whatever form or facet that means for you. And because of that, you are in the new timeline. I feel like you've quantum leaped. I feel like it was hard, it was strenuous, it was intense is what I meant, but the intent was there. And was it served? The intent was served. I'm seeing all the stars in my mind's eye, so I'm seeing Haley comment too. You can be watching her videos, love her videos. She's incredible. I love her so much. Astrology is everything. I'm seeing her Uranus and Gemini video in my mind, so I'm gonna link that down below. Actually, I can't on this channel if this is my old channel, because YouTube doesn't, I have to start a new channel. Anyway. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. This reminds me actually of my Manifesting with Dominant Planets next video that I'm posting with Neptune. Neptune dominant people, whether you are or not. If you want to call certain things into being, sing it. Listen to music that is done it. Visualize it, feel it. It'll move in your cells. Your cells will respond. Your life will change. Okay? Assertiveness, stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. That's another thing too. I feel like you really moved through when you would go into things with saying yes and then deciding to go back no later. I feel like now you know, like, I can say no, like, and that won't hurt their feelings. And if it does, I'm not going to hurt my feelings because I'm afraid of hurting somebody else's feelings, and I hurt my feelings by saying yes to things that I don't really want to say yes to. So I'm going to stand in my power, stand in my ground, and my heart is going to shine through. I am empathetic and loving after all. Queen of Cups. You may have water in your big 3. Even big 6 could have a lot of water. So I'm saying like fixed signs. What? Scorpio is what I meant. Still, the Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer is really significant here. 3rd house, you have a message to share, especially 7th house about relationships. Maybe you have overcome a hurdle in relationships too, or found out how to have healthier communication in relationships. Maybe again with that assertiveness too, you're taking things and you're just saying it how it is. You're not letting things kind of go unnoticed or going into ghost or going into hermit. I feel like you're really just like, okay, this isn't serving me anymore. Let me vocalize this, then we're going to move on, move through. The cards that you also got from here, the Earth Fairy, physical health, grounding foundations. Your health has definitely increased. I also feel too with Earth energy, it's monetary possessions. There's a lot of Earth and water in this chart. In this pile. Thank you. The dog, loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love, lady of the lake, absolute truth, courage, self-respect, responsibility, and spider, the creative projects. I actually feel the louder that you are in speaking your own truth or being in your own truth and honoring that, 1, I feel like has set you free beyond measure. And 2, I feel like you've been able to dedicate more time to your creative projects because your mind hasn't been dwelling in the should I not. It hasn't been dwelling in the indecision. You're just straight up. 404 on the clock, definitely leaning on angelic support as well, maybe even archangel support. And with that, what you're loyal to is loyal to you. Also with the frog, cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. You could have just cleared out parts of your home too. Again, I feel like there's a move that's happening or has already happened. And I feel like I'm really amplifying, or acclimating is the word I meant, to being in my new energy. You got Archangel Jophiel too, which I was so happy about. I love her. She's my everything and more. Venusian energy, leaning into your gratitude, appreciation, bounty. That makes it come true. I also feel too releasing time. So it's like, I'm going to do this tomorrow. Just more so, I'm going to do this. Done. This will be done. This will be done. This will be done. So you collapse. So it doesn't feel like everything's so far out from you. You know, everything's happening all at once, and it will happen when it's meant to. It can still happen tomorrow. Or what if it could happen today? You know? Leading into the beauty of you. I feel like you're becoming more beautiful. Oh, there's just something about you. There's something about her. Love S.G. Lewis. I definitely feel like there's people who say that. Like, there's just something about her. Every little thing she does is magic. Let's see, pile 2. Messages from the angels. Generosity. 44. That's weird because I said 404. I just saw 515 too. So even then, 404 being supported. Whenever I see a number, double number like that, like 4 blank 440, whenever there's a 0 in the middle, I know that source consciousness is assisting you with whatever that number is sandwiched between. So with 4s, humility, responsibility, patience, 2, foundations, priorities, dedication, diligence, hard work paid off. You are being supported in whatever you focus the most attention on for the past years, really. Archangel Raphael. I knew the angels were here for you, Pookie. With 5152, you are going to be the initiator and the instigator of your change. It'll be for the better. 555 was just on the clock when I opened my eyes. That was weird. Archangel Raphael, number 2. Healing, 2. Connecting more to your heart. Connecting more to your generosity as well. Archangel Gabriel. Okay, that's super. Archangel Zadkiel. You guys. Super weird because this deck has, I think, 8 or 9 angels in it. And there's 40 something cards. So the fact that you have 3, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel. Oh, don't you have a message to share? They have been preparing you for your comfort and sharing your truth with other people, because that comfort was going to lead you to sharing your voice and sharing your truth publicly. Archangel Gabriel too, or I meant to say Zadkiel. Violet Flame, Archangel Gabriel though. Archangel Gabriel, my Pookie. I have a statue on my altar. Helps with divine messengers too. Do you want to channel a message? Connect with them before you come on screen. Boom. Maybe even they will help you forgive or help others forgive too. I feel like there's a lot. It's like one thing because I feel like you brought yourself to this point as well. 8 are significant too. Makes sense with the 4 and 4. Breaks down to 8. I feel like teaching about the angels is significant for you. I also feel, because I'm seeing my angel course that I made for kids when I first started in 2017, I believe, 2018, maybe even 2019. It's all, time is an illusion. Anyway. Hello? Where was I going with that? Dang it. Rats. Okay. No, I need to focus. Hello? Whoa. You guys, I'm sorry. I don't know what just happened there. Where did I go? Oh yeah, forgiving. Oh yeah. Because where you are now, I feel like it's one thing because you're in this new era. You're in this rebirth. You're in this new environment, right? Especially emotionally, or at least continuing to move through. When you're going through it, I mean, like you knew, but like sometimes it was kind of uncertain if you were really going to be able to move on, move forward. So I feel like whatever you did to get to this position, the forgiveness work, the healing, notate it all, because that's what you're going to be sharing with people. I'm itchy. That's the truth. Whenever I know it gets super itchy, it's always the truth. Whether, you know how in school when you do essays, you'd have to cite all your sources. If you were to help people heal, for example, you're going to use all, at the end of your book or even during it, you're going to cite your sources of the things that you use to heal. Change 5. Parenting. Also make sure that you catch yourself when you are speaking or perceiving yourself or your self-limiting beliefs or self-limitations and even self-esteem, how maybe the types of things that you're thinking about yourself or saying about yourself are what your parents were doing to themselves and to you, and less about you, because with change in parenting, you have to change the way that you're speaking to yourself and also change the way that you're showing up for your own children if you have them. Or maybe you had to realize that and awaken to that too. Maybe you're also meant to remind people that you have to change what was done to you, because you'll do these things even to your partner and speak to them in a way that hurts them because you've been hurt because of how you were treated and you don't even mean to. So I feel like there's a recognition of taking accountability for how you show up and how you've been conditioned to be a certain way and how you have to break your own conditions. Communication. I'm telling you, what did I say? Learning how to communicate in relationships too. 33 is significant. You just have a lot of signs. I feel like a lot of angels, like you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing, especially in the times when you're like, why can't I get past this phase? Like, what am I not getting? It was more so, I feel like, about your own balance and cooperation within and your ability to trust yourself that even when it didn't make sense, things were going to make sense, you know? Again, stand up for your beliefs. I feel like you have to speak it louder. Affirmations. To lift up your thoughts and energy, attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. I definitely feel like now is a time to lean into spiritual support, spirituality, spiritual connection, less time spent away from your own inner sanctity and your own inner self, meaning less time on your phone, less time escaping, less time doing things that you know you're going to feel like poop for. And if it's hard to kick it, ask for the answers and ask for the guidance to kick it, because I'm seeing like certain habits that you know that you've outgrown but you're being compelled back to. Because I'm telling you, you will be physiologically urged to go on TikTok or to scroll or to do these things. But when you've done the inner work, or you know, like this is only going back to this is only going to keep me in my old life, my own reality, like doing what I've been conditioned to do or conditioned myself to do is only going to keep me in that same, and I want something different. So with that, I need to keep shaking and shifting. I'm telling you, I have been social media free for almost 5 days. Today's the 5th day. 5. And I know like TikTok drains me and depletes me. I'll be on there sometimes, but not nearly as much as I was before. And most of the time I'm here creating, which is so much better for me. Like it just feels more fulfilling. I know I'm telling you this for a reason. So with this, it's like last night, I remember I was sitting and I was like waiting for my mom to get done with something, because before we started watching our Rewired, like we've been binging documentaries now. So still, but we're feeding our souls, you know, it's making more sense. It's creating positive reinforcement instead of like listening to other people's intensity in their life, especially Love Island. I was addicted to that. Anyway, and then it got so bad, I was like, thank God for setting me free. Anywho, what I'm saying is I was sitting there and I was like, what do I do? Like, what do I do right now? What do I do right now? Like, I didn't want to read. I've been reading a lot too. I didn't want to read. I just was sitting there, and then I was like, it's crazy because I'm compelled to pick up my phone and just scroll, especially when you're used to like being bored on Instagram, so then you go to TikTok, being bored on TikTok, so you go to Twitter, like all these things. And then it's just like, I was just sitting there and I was like, I recognize how my body is trying to get me to do something and have a new fix. And that's the last thing I want to do. So that's also a true testament too, is you may feel the urge for it, but you're not actually desiring it because you know it. It got to the point where I was so anxious. I finally feel like I'm back at peace, you know, like our phones, thank God for them. And also at the same time, I just have to trick my feed into, or alchemize my feed into having like positive reinforcing message, which is doing a great job. Anyway, I've talked a lot about myself, but however, maybe you're meant to detox from certain things that weren't serving you. And yeah, the detox is a detox for a reason. You know, making the choice is the first step. Going through the ending is the second, and third and fourth and fifth. You will get to the point though where you're like, I know releasing this is going to that was causing me suffering and stress. I'm about to be freer than free, baby. So just trust that all the work, everything works together. The affirmations, the healing, the hypnosis, the meditations, the affirmations, the subliminal, all of it works together to usher in a change. And that change, by the time the change is made, I swear it's been like a long time in the making. So just keep following your North Star. Oh, the stars under that's crazy. The sun and the star. The Zoria. I mean, I'll have to read the booklet. I have to study these cards. I felt really called to start working with the Goddess Tarot again. And I'm going to start reading it. What? You get what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm tapping out right now. That could be another thing too, like rest when it's time. So I'm going to rest after I do pile 3. Thank you so much, pile 2. I love you so much. Celebrate good times. Come on. I want you to get up. I want you to jump up and down. Celebrate everything. Every time you see a penny on the floor, we're so back. Every time you see something come in, we're so back. We're moving. We're up. We're up. We're up. We're up. We're up. We're up. Everything is we're so up. We're so up. We're so up. And it happens like magic. Just like Magic by Ariana Grande is playing in my head. Bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the Peruvian pink opal, this is for you, the heart. These cards flew out at me, so I knew I had to hold them. And I was hearing the song Setting Fires or Fires. I can't keep going on and on, setting fires to keep you warm. Feeling like I'm done, tapped out of something. I know that if someone can cause suffering or heartache or betrayal or loss and mental fog, feeling abandoned, feeling iced out, you should never feel, it's like I know that I should never feel suffering because of who I'm with or who I would like to be with. And even then, someone may have offered you something or made a promise to you and then dipped out before the promise was fulfilled. And I feel like there's this knowing that you cannot keep looking to everyone else or making sure everyone else is good or okay, because I feel like there's a level of self-neglect. And I feel like that shows you like the mirror. I'm literally looking in a mirror right now. It's a mirror back to you, especially in love partnership, thinking that maybe this could be the one or this could work out because he could be the one by Hannah Montana is playing in my head. The relationship dynamics are the biggest heavy hitters for you to recognize what you're doing to yourself. So if you feel like someone offered you something and then neglected it or didn't follow through on it, there may be a promise that you made to yourself or an intention that you set for yourself. Maybe even treating yourself to a spa day or treating yourself to more self-care. Like it could be something so simple that shows up in very loud ways, especially if we've been doing it for a long time or neglecting our own needs. Because it's almost like I see myself walking around and I'm like looking to make sure everyone else is good. Or if I'm in a group, I'm like making sure everyone else is good, which is a great, beautiful quality. You could be a mother as well, because like very mothering. I also feel too, it's important for you to do that for yourself. And I can hear you being like, I do that for myself. more. There's something different. There's a different tone. Because something I feel like is a recurring experience, like the almost, and I get excited, and then the boom, hope falls. And then I feel abandoned. It could even healing abandonment from the mother, abandonment from who was supposed to support you emotionally. Maybe you felt like you opened up about certain things and it was just on deaf ears, especially in adolescence or childhood. I can see myself explaining to someone or finally feeling the courage to express what happened to me or what happened to this. And it's just like they weren't able to handle it. And so it just, everything blew up and nothing got cleaned up. And then we just pretended like there wasn't a massive explosion in the kitchen. So to me, it feels like there's something where out of the goodness of your heart, it's like you never want anyone to feel how you once felt. So you dedicate and work overtime and making sure they don't, and they don't. However, I feel like there was something about I'm continuing to live in the shadows of my own reality. And I'm almost, it's like no one's a main character in my reality. And then when love comes in or a certain offer comes in, that becomes the main focus, therefore becomes the main character. You have to be your main character and work nonstop at that. And not like it's going to be working tirelessly. It's just honoring who you are. Self-confidence to create. I'm telling you, a Leo South Node, I feel like there's a karmic experience, either from past lives or even this lifetime, to where something had happened to make me question myself or doubt myself. I feel like I couldn't. The louder I was or the more I stood out, the more of a threat. You know, like there's something I feel like there's clearing self-worth and self-value, even solar plexus energy, the brain of the solar plexus, especially the gut as well, being unable to digest life. I'm also feeling acid reflux, I'm tasting acid, like stomach acid in my mouth. So to me, it feels like there's this experience that I keep over and over and over again that diminishes my self-worth, when really it's meant to be a window into why I feel the way that I do, or why I feel like no matter how hard I try, things aren't working. It's like I need to lean into my prescience, my profit, like my vision. I need to lean into my inner authority, especially with express your individuality out here too. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. I always feel Aquarius energy with this card, especially with Leo. They're sister signs, so it makes sense. And South Node, that would make sense with the North and South Node. Those are sister signs. So to me, it feels like how to lean more into self-confidence would be the Aquarius energy. You care about people. You're meant to care about people. Aquarius' community is about humanitarian, but it's also about knowing that you have your authenticity to share, and that's what creates community. You being your authentic self will create what you're looking to create and will make people feel safer when you are expressing what it's like to be safe. Because this is the thing, 95% of communication is subconscious. You may feel like you're showing up one way. People are intuitive. A lot of them don't realize it. They're looking at you and they could feel in your energy field, 444 on the clock, where there's sporadicness, you know? So to me, it feels like when you're fully integral with yourself and have a love partnership with yourself, and again, you may feel like you already have this, and then it feels like the truth comes out, and when something doesn't follow suit or something doesn't go to plan, it's like that old fear of that old betrayal and heartbreak. Again, it's from the mother, like the abandonment of the mother, or the deceit, or you're lying, like being told that you're lying about something has affected my self-esteem and my self-concept and my life force. Like I feel like I'm not able to express myself. And then I feel tired, and it's like I want to sleep, and then when I'm resting, I'm still exhausted because there's this, again, I can't keep going on and on setting fires to keep you warm, like where you may even be living somebody else's dream or experience, or even banking on someone else doing something for you to get your needs met. Like that's what it really is. So again, like there's this Ace of Cups and the Five of Cups too. So it's like I'm looking for something to replace or fulfill me when I'm operating from a place of feeling iced out or isolated. And it's not like, combat it by getting excited. It's not going to be that. This is so deep rooted. I'm seeing Hawaii, the Hawaiian Goddess Retreat, my mom's healing retreat too. I'm seeing my auntie too. So sisterhood too. Even then, there's something where I feel like you have to tend to yourself, maybe even more community, more sisterhood, maybe even helping people who feel isolated or abandoned in sisterhood, or maybe who understand what it's like to lose a sister or something like that, even if they're still with us. So I feel like you will feel you're meant to build community. You're meant to build community. You're meant to build community through sisterhood, through divine feminine expression. Oh my God, the type of waves that could be made too if we all just come together and show up and do like that type of thing. I feel like there's a sisterhood and helping other people who understand, who understand. There's just a wake up, I feel, back to the North Node. It's like I've been in the South Node for a long time, where it's like I feel like I'm repeating stories that I know I'm repeating. Maybe even you've had past life regressions. And now it's like, okay, well, what am I meant to lean into then? Energy, life forces flowing, open yourself to receive the power from within. Dignity, take pride in yourself and all you become. Feel honored by your choices, achievements, and actions. Honored by your choices, strength. You have the courage, you can endure. Find your center and spiral into your power. Then rest. You've been working hard. Take nap. Yes, isn't that funny? Your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. Also with morning affirmations too, I wonder if there's something different you could do in the morning to reset, because I feel like I'm going to gain my energy back when I take off my glasses and put new ones on. Changing my perception, changing my lens, changing my intention. Faith, Archangel Raguel. Also, relationships, balance, harmony, contentment, Archangel Raguel. This is the thing too, like what's the point of saying like have faith if you really don't believe, if you've been time and time again left broken and in despair? Archangel Jophiel. Gratitude is the attitude. Have you been doing your daily gratitude, but have you been feeling it? It's one thing to say these words, and it's one thing to write them out and be like, oh, I desire balance. It's like, do you feel like it's happening? Until you start feeling like it's happening, and not like the window where it's like, I know it's happening, but then there's still like a little gap where it's like, is it going to happen? It's like a, thank you for doing it. Thank you for doing it. 6 of Pentacles, you're going to be given back all that you put in for years, 6 years too, more than that. Strength. More Leo energy. Leo season could be a massive turnaround. It's just in a few days when I'm posting this too. Even then, stepping back into your courage, stepping back into your faith. Do not get distracted too from the fact that the Mercury retrograde's literally in just a few days when I'm posting this. And that's all in Leo too. So where you haven't had the self-confidence to create or shine your own light is going to come to the focal point of your focus. And it's not, no one else is to blame. Things may have led you to feel like you wanted to recluse. They are not. The more you blame something for the reason why you're in the position that you are, the more you're a victim to your life and your circumstances. And that has served you to this point. You have to take that power back and be like, that may not have worked out in that way because maybe it wasn't able to give back to me in the way that it was meant to. And with the star, maybe I'm meant to rebuild. Inanna, believe in yourself. Inanna, connect to Inanna and Oya. The star is Aquarius. Aquarius and Leo is significant here. What change do you want to leave? What legacy do you want to leave? 5 of Swords. And this isn't about like, I feel like the greatest, and that could be the thing too. It's like it's like I feel like I'm fighting my inner, I'm fighting the universe, when really I'm fighting my inner self, you know? Taking a beginner mind at something. The more you lean into others, surrender, patience. The thing is, domestic harmony, when you're waiting for something to happen, you're in the state of lack. Start channeling and commanding that energy to come to you now. And that's surrendering to it. And even with patience too, I feel like that's a trigger word. It's like, you're not meant to be more patient, because the more that you feel like you have to be patient for something, it's like farther away from you. It just puts you more into fight or flight. I feel like you have to go back to Joe Dispenza or Abraham, studying, my ears ringing. What's your yes? Like what would you be excited to do? It's gonna be important to catch yourself when you're like, oh, I can't do this, or I can't do this because of finances, or I can't do this because of time. I could be, what? Okay, I get it. Even then, I count my lucky stars for you every single day. Counting your lucky stars for how things deliver to you. And maybe the whole kicker is you're not meant to be the one who makes it happen, like you make it happen for everybody else. Things and beings are meant to make it happen for you. I also feel too there was karma that had to be cleared about and around someone close to you. And with that, no longer taking responsibility for their pentacle, if that makes sense, ends up leading you to express your independent self and what you've been studying for and what you're fascinated with, especially vegetarian, maybe even cleaning out your energy, winter energy too. It's always dark before the dawn. The answers to your prayers and affirmations are fully realized in the winter months. I don't feel like it has to take that long. And the thing is, if you wait till winter, it's going to be the next winter. It's going to never stop. So just be it in it now. Feel it as if it's happening now. And try to find where you can experience joy in the present moment, because if you feel like joy is going to come through a person, a relationship, a career, money, your mind's in the wrong place, because you'll get it and then there'll still be more. You have to find peace and balance with now, how you can give back to the community now, maybe even just through your word, you know, through your blessing them, sprinkling magic dust. And that's going to be everything. I love you, Pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I post new videos every Tuesday and sometimes Friday. I'll see you soon. I know it. And I believe in you. And I know it's not going to take that long. And anyone who tells you it's going to take that long, you're talking to the wrong audience.